1. And pop up over here onto the song. 3. As long as that pops up. Yep, cool. Okay, in 3, 2.
It's the Dave Cat Podcast. The Dave Cat Podcast.
Welcome back to another episode of the Dave Cat Podcast. I am your host, David Reed, and I'm joined in. Finally, Montarius is back. Monty is back. He was gone for the last 2 weeks. Feels like 2 years to me. Seth, how long did it feel to you?
Like a month, man. Jeez.
I mean, at least a month. I mean, it
forgot
felt
about it.
like I honestly thought he just forgot about us. Like I thought what was going on was he was just trying to move on to maybe start his own podcast.
I think that's what he was doing.
No, it's
We're
okay.
sitting here out, and Monty's sitting here trying to. I see how it is.
No, it's okay, Monty. We understand. If you want to start your own podcast, no, it's fine. No, we're just joking. But seriously, though, it seems like every week I want to just do the division, stuff and get that done. But it seems like something always happens every week. There's a new update on something. And finally, this week, it's back to Russell Wilson. He seems like he really wants to go to Chicago, which is very surprising. That's something that nobody saw coming. And I mean, Chicago even wanting to go after them is even more surprising to me because typically that's just not how they are. They've seemed like, I'll come out and say it, they seem like they've only had starting white quarterbacks. That's just typically not what they do. I mean, how do you see it?
Well, first of all, how's it going, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the podcast. Man, this is crazy for me because I love Russell Wilson, and I'm just like sitting here with mixed emotions. Like, I think I want to see him go to Chicago now, dude. Like, this is what he wants. I mean, it's so hard to speak on, Dave. It's like, because part of me is like, you better be careful what you wish for because you have more talented players on the outside, way more in Seattle. And you have about the same amount of offensive line protecting in Chicago and Seattle. So to me, you're downgrading a little maybe on your offense, but you're going to have a great defense. And I mean, Rex Grossman, wow, because we were talking about him before the podcast started, wow. Trubisky and Nick Foles led you to the playoffs last year. So if you can do that with them, what can Russell Wilson do for you?
But they're going to have to give up a lot, though. They're going to have to give up. I wouldn't say they have to give up Khalil Mack. They'll have to give up a couple first-round picks.
Dave, if they win a Super Bowl, right, do you know how bad Chicago Bears fans want a Super Bowl? Like, okay, the Cubs won in 2016. The Bulls, we all know what the Bulls did in the 90s. We were all kids growing up watching it. Loved it. Anyways, the White Sox won in, 2010, right?
Right.
Right, 2010, the White Sox won. When's the last time the Bears won? 1985. That town is a football town. They want more than anything to win a Super Bowl. They would be fine to win one and then be competitive for the next 2-3 years and then rebuild after that when Russell's 35, 36, whatever, in 5 or 6 years because he's 31, I believe. So that's 4 or 5 years of being right there in the thick of things in the NFC every single year because Russell Wilson's your quarterback with a very, 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 very strong possibility of winning a Super Bowl in one of the first few years because of the defense you have and you're ready to win right now. They should give away their whole future. The next 4, now I wouldn't say 5, but if you're the next 3.
So what are they going to do for the offensive line? Are they going to free agency? They're going to give away their draft, and how are they going to draft someone that you're really hoping that they're going to hit on their mid or late round picks?
If you do get Russell Wilson, for the quarterback you're getting, his contract's very friendly on a per year basis.
But every team's losing $18 million.
Right, but still, that's still, like I'm saying, that's for what you're getting, dude. Look what he's paid on an average. Like, I know he's got a high contract, but a year-by-year basis for the quarterback, you're getting a top 5 for sure, arguably top 3.
So what are you doing? Okay, what are you doing at wide receiver?
Allen Robinson's re-signing in a second, dude. Be the best receiver or best quarterback he's ever had.
Yeah, that's true. That's not even close. Yeah,
I really think Russell Wilson, the way he uses his tight ends, I think he could make Cole Kmet a top 10 tight end easily in the league immediately. If Cole Kmet has the hands and everybody what we heard about him coming out of college.
Monty,
'Cause
why? No, go ahead. Go finish.
Russell Wilson loves his tight ends. I mean, remember that guy Luke Wilson? He's always looking for his tight ends. He can make those guys make big plays when it matters on a
That's
third
true.
down.
He does love his tight ends.
Right, on a third down to get the first down. And that's what the Bears can't do. They can't convert on third downs. They don't have any down the field game. They need a game changer, a franchise quarterback. That's the only thing that team needs. And if they got to give up the next 3 years of their first-round draft picks, do it. Figure out the rest later. Because you've seen Russell can produce with a subpar average line. You can figure something out there to get Russell Wilson.
Monty, would you rather have Russell Wilson than Dak Prescott on the Dallas Cowboys? Because it looks like that's one of the teams that Russell Wilson is interested in going to. He's basically coming out and saying, I'm better than you, Dak, and I think that the Dallas Cowboys would rather have me than you. What say you? If you're a fan, if you're the GM of the Cowboys, would you rather pay Dak what he's wanting or continue to drag that out, tag him a second year? Or would you just go ahead and make that trade and get a tag and trade and get Russell Wilson in return and move forward with him?
I would much rather just keep Dak and pay him when he wants.
Really? Interesting.
Pay Dak 40 when you could pay Russell half that. And then
And then I would also have to give up two good defensive players and 2 possible first-round picks, probably, not to mention our 10th overall pick this year. And so, yeah, I'm good on that. I mean, I agree that he's great, but I also am not. I watch football, and I tell it how it is. Like, if I watch a game and I watch Russell Wilson play like shit, which he did towards the end of the year, I'm not going to sit up here and be like, yeah, man, just give him whatever you want. It's the same thing with Deshaun, man. Like, people just got the blinders on, man.
Oh my
God!
God!
What about just a tag and trade and then 1 first-round pick this year? That's it.
$4,800.
Just the 10th pick overall and Dak, tag and trade Dak, and you get Russell Wilson.
It would be a tag, the 10th overall pick, and Dak for Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
If it was that, then I would do that, but that's not what it would be.
You don't think that's fair compensation for a 32-year-old quarterback?
I don't think that they would do that. I think they're going to want 3 first-round picks and Dak.
They're getting a younger quarter. No, that can't be possible because the separation between Russell Wilson and Dak is not 3 first-round picks.
I'm telling you, that's what Seattle's going to ask for.
They're going to ask for that, but you really believe that's what they're going to – if Russell Wilson is traded, do you honestly believe 3 first-round picks are going to be included in that?
Bro, you just saw Jared Goff and 2 first-round picks go for Matt Stafford. You're going to tell me
because of the contract,
right?
Okay, it's the same thing.
No, his contract's smaller. Dak's is a different situation.
You still have to throw a quarterback in and make the salaries match. So that's what they did it for. They could have asked for something else. They didn't have to ask for Jared Goff in return.
Well, you don't have to match salaries, but they just did it probably for the books.
You don't have to, yeah. But exactly. You're not trying to just absorb a huge salary cap number, especially in the pandemic season or whatever. But anyways, I'm not trying to stray too far. But I don't know, man. I feel like that'd be too much to give up. But if it was just a first round pick, if it was our 10th pick and Dak.
I do not think they're getting 3 first-round picks.
I'm just saying that's what they're going to ask.
Just that maybe, but not if you're going to give Dak too. No way.
No.
That's what they're going to ask for.
The Bears would give them like Khalil Mack and 2 first-round picks. I think they would do it.
I heard it was like Roquan Smith, Jalen Johnson, and 2 first-round picks. Because
would you do it if you're Chicago?
Yeah, they're gonna do it.
I think you'd have
to. Their coaches have to. Their coach and their GM's job is on the line.
Yeah, I think they have to go for it. They have to get Russell Wilson. They have to do something to move forward. If Chicago gets Russell Wilson, they can retain Allen Robinson, maybe sign another running back or draft a running back, and they add to the offensive line. I really think that team's going to be Super Bowl bound. And you better watch out because they could win the NFC North. So Russell Wilson can make that big of a difference.
That's the next thing I was going to say. They're not beating the Packers. Sorry.
Yeah, they might. They have the better defense already.
No, they're not. No, they're not, bro. They're not beating the Packers.
Why not? They're going to have the better defense, and their quarterback's going to be comparable.
Their quarterback's not better. He's not.
Comparable.
We didn't say he was better. We said he's
not
better.
better.
He's comparable.
He's not better. I'm not saying he's not comparable, but Aaron Rodgers is a little bit better. He just won
He's
MVP.
within a whole point out of a scale of 1 to 10 within Aaron Rodgers. So
So,
he's not
but
far
I'm
off.
saying, but I'm saying though, like cohesiveness, all that stuff. Packers still have the edge. They're the reigning champs. You know what I'm saying? Like Russell would help, but if you're giving up a lot of young defensive stars and multiple first round picks, like you said, to help fix your line, then. But I do want to say something though about this whole thing with Russell. I don't even feel like it's football. I feel like he just wants to go to a big market.
Yeah, for
And
Sierra.
kind of get exactly
Right.
and kind of get football,
And
get football in it too.
Right, and it sucks
'Cause I don't-
that the Jets and Giants, for their sake, are not better all around, because then he'd really want to go to one of those two teams because
Don't y'all remember them saying?
yeah,
The
he wanted to be
top-
with the Giants a couple of years ago when it looked really promising
Yeah.
for them. Like their defense
They
was on the
drafted
upcoming, Saquon Barkley, and they still had a few good wide receivers and Evan Ingram, upcoming tight end. And now they have Daniel Jones, and they're just not good all around. And Saquon Barkley's brittle now, and the Jets are just a mess. And the Jets or Giants really would have to hit it strong in free agency, like add major pieces for him to be like, okay, now that team's intriguing enough. I can work with that team. The offensive line's good. They got okay running back. Looks like they still got draft picks. Let's see what they give up for me in the draft. Maybe Sarah wants to go to New York. That would be her number one. Then it's LA. Then it's one of the 4 spots: Chicago, Dallas, New Orleans, or Las Vegas.
LA's out of the question too.
Yeah, because of
First of
Herbert,
all-
and they got Matt Stafford.
Right. It's
Well,
over.
yeah,
And they're not trading within the division.
No, they're not going to LA. That's for sure.
Yeah, but she would rather go to LA.
Oh, right. But I'm just saying, you're totally right. But that's just not. She can dream all she wants. That's not a possibility because those two teams, they're good. They're set.
Yeah.
It's still possible. I mean, I wouldn't.
No,
say
it's
not a possibility.
anything's possible. I do agree with that. And like I said, that's why I think if the Jets or Giants can really hit it strong on free
Probably
agency,
can't
get
trade
like
that.
Tooney, and they get to Allen Robinson, or they get a comparable wide receiver of that sort, and just add more weapons all around and make that team significantly a lot better, then I think Russell Wilson would change his tune and say, okay, if they can't get it done with Chicago, Dallas, New Orleans, let's see what we can get done for the number 2 pick in the draft with the Jets, and then see what we can go from there, because then he can work with something better like that. I'm not saying the Jets are out of it yet until he's been traded to a team not the Jets. I think the Jets and Giants both are in the conversation.
I wish he'd go to New Orleans, dude. Could you imagine him with Sean Payton?
Yeah, I think there's going to be a good chance that he ends up in New Orleans. In my opinion, I think he ends up in one of the 2 New York teams over Las Vegas. Because I think
So who's the teams on his list?
it is Las Vegas, Dallas, New Orleans, and Chicago.
Okay, so if Dallas wants them, who's going to offer a better Packers than us? We have the
Chicago.
highest pick. I'm just saying. Who?
Yeah.
How?
Well,
How?
I mean, they have the 18th
How?
pick, and they have Khalil Mack.
We have Dak in the 10th pick. What are you talking about?
Dak's going to cost way more.
Yeah, Dak
doesn't
is going to
matter.
cost a lot more.
Okay, it does. He's not going to cost a lot
That
more.
to
He's going to cost like 40,
I mean, that
40
has-
million to 30. That's like
That has a lot to do with this whole situation because Russell Wilson, like I said, he's a top 3 quarterback. Can we agree? I mean, am I right or not? I mean,
He
yes.
wasn't last year.
Okay, top 5 for sure, right?
Mm-hmm.
He was at first, but then he slid off. Yeah.
Anyways, okay, so he's gonna get like what 31 million. The next year,
Who?
30 million next year. They're gonna have to pay Dak or whoever $8 million, $40 million at least. At least.
Russell signed for. I don't know what his cap hit is, but I know he makes like 36 million a year. That was what he signed when he signed his deal.
His
That's
base
when he
salary
took
in
the high-
2021 is 19 million with the prorated bonus of 13 million and a guaranteed salary of 19 million.
So there you go. 19 million.
Cap
That's
number
half-
is 32 million.
That's half what Dak's gonna make next year, and you're telling me that's $20 million in cash. You know how important
Do you
cash
not-
is this year? That's gonna be a huge thing, man. Because Russell Wilson,
Look at-
right? Listen, Monty, I'm not saying that Russell Wilson is that much better than Dak Prescott because I totally agree with you. And Dak's younger, and I like Dak. He's a good quarterback. You're right. He's right there with Russ in the top 5 quarterbacks in the league. I will totally agree with you that. What I'm saying is saving $20 million to get about the same exact amount of production plus the guy.
He doesn't want to be there.
He doesn't want to be there. He's 33 years old already.
That's the point. He doesn't want to be there. And who's off? We have the 10th overall pick also to package with him. So that's what I'm trying to say. You're not going to tell me Chicago can offer a better
out of
deal.
those
You're not gonna
four
tell me,
teams. I mean, like I said, they have Khalil Mack though. They can offer, or like you said, Roquan Swift, Jalen Johnson, and they have
you're not
they have
taking
better
a defensive
picks.
player over a quarterback. Las Vegas, if Las Vegas and Dallas trade their quarterbacks, they have the best deals on the table.
Right.
You don't want
But
nothing that Chicago has. Quarterbacks
the best package out of every team in the NFL is the Jets with the number 2 pick. You get any quarterback you want, not named Trevor Lawrence.
Well, here's the thing.
So it doesn't matter.
Which we haven't
You know
mentioned.
what's sold on Zach Wilson? I don't know why people are acting like that.
Everyone's
Watson,
sold on the BYU product.
Russell Wilson has no trade clause, so they can't just trade him to whoever they want.
Right. That's why I said the Jets and Giants really have to hit it strong for him to be intrigued by them.
I don't see. To me, like I just think
He already is intrigued. Sierra is intrigued already by New York. They have to get it done. So we're gonna see what happens. Hopefully, in the next couple of weeks, free agency is coming up. What is it? 2 weeks from last Wednesday, so it's coming up in 11 days. I think free agency is.
Nice.
Dude, stop trying to act like New York is more popular than Dallas in football, because it's not at all. Especially if we're
marketing
in anything.
But it's for pop culture. It is.
Bro, unless it's the Yankees, no one gives a shit about New York sports anymore. Let's keep it real, bro.
No, but for an entertainer.
Who goes to New York, bro? Honestly, who just goes to New York?
I think that's where like Jay-Z is. All of them are based out of. It's still New York.
Nobody go there, bro.
New York's the hubs of the world, bro. Come on.
Everybody goes to LA or out west, bro. Don't nobody go. I'm just keeping it real though. Like,
right.
I'm a Chicago fan for most of my sports. No one comes to Chicago either. It's a big ass city, beautiful city. Nobody comes here though for free agents.
Yeah, but I'll say this. But the way you're right, Monty. Like, but the way people are, like Sierra and Russell Wilson, they're thinking life outside of football. A lot of these guys before this weren't doing that.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Dallas,
like look at LeBron. I really think a lot of the reason he went to LA was because, movies, opportunities. He can do shit out there, make some money, make some movies, has a little movie studio. I mean, he was thinking a lot more than just sports. And that's what I think Dave's talking about. Like, you can go to New York and get these things done. You can go, own a company. I mean, it's just, there's a lot of opportunities is what I think you're referring to. I mean, I totally agree with you.
All I got to say is Tony Romo. Okay, Jason Witten.
Tony Romo makes a shit ton of money to sit there and talk.
But listen, that's where'd he play at?
Right.
I'm trying to tell you.
Right.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Jason Witten too had a job in broadcasting. He was horrible, so he went back to football. But he had a job. Why? Because he played for the Cowboys. I'm just saying, if you want, I'm just keeping it real. Like, if you want like an opportunity to do something outside of football, who you think gonna hook you up more than Jerry, bro? If Jerry, you getting good with Jerry?
Well, it'll be New York after that. Then
all those dudes in Dallas right now are still getting paid by Jerry. They all still Michael Irving, Deion Sanders, fucking Emmitt Smith. All those dudes, they're still getting paid on Jerry's payroll.
Right. Well, like I said, hopefully in the next couple of weeks, we're gonna see what happens in free agency, and then he's gonna look at the landscape of all those teams that's on his list. Maybe add some, maybe take some off. I believe before the month is over with, he is going to be traded. I believe other people other players are going to be traded by then as well, and so on. So expect a lot of people to get cut within the week or two because of all the cap space and free agency. A lot of players are going to get traded. It's going to be crazy. I'm so excited to see what happens. But speak of the draft, I released my mock draft 1.0. I don't know if either of you had a chance to look at it, but I'm just going to go over the top 10 real quick, and then I'll hit on a couple key teams after that. Trevor Lawrence going 1 to the Jags. Zach Wilson to the Jets. Dolphins taking Jamar Chase. Or is that his name? Jamar Chase? Jamar Chase.
Yeah.
And then Atlanta Falcons taking Kyle Pitts out of Florida, the tight end, at 4.
Fired.
Cincinnati Bengals taking Sewell, the tackle out of Oregon. Eagles taking Devontae Smith, wide receiver out of Alabama. Lions taking Jalen Waddle, wide receiver out of Alabama. Carolina Panthers taking Justin Fields, quarterback out of Ohio State. Denver Broncos taking Michael Parsons, outside linebacker out of Penn State. And Dallas Cowboys taking Patrick Surtain, cornerback out of Alabama.
I'm here.
So what are you hating on? Are you taking on the Sewell, Kyle Pitts, Devontae? What's going
How
on?
you gonna take a tight
I
end
don't
above a lineman? What's wrong with you?
Go ahead, Mon. You go first.
Oh,
then I'll
that's
go.
that's
No, go
a
ahead,
once in a
sir.
lifetime tight end.
I don't care. That's a once in a lifetime lineman. Who's more important? What are you
Well,
talking
then the
about?
Dolphins should have taken him at 3, or the Jets
Yeah,
at
they
2.
should have. This is your mock draft. What you doing?
And then like after that, let's see. I have who was
But,
it?
you put those 2 Alabama receivers up there instead of putting my boy from LSU that's coming as the dark horse. I'm telling you, man.
Who?
Who?
The kid didn't even play last year, man. I can't think of
Jamar
it.
Chase. He had him going 3.
Yeah, he went 3 to
You had
the
him go-
Dolphins.
You did?
He had him going
Yeah.
first. Yeah.
My bad. I didn't hear that. I thought you overlooked him.
Well,
Okay.
people
No,
did
Chase.
forget about him. He
Chase
was
is probably going to go first. He went, so he go to the Dolphins, and then I had the Jets taking a wide receiver. Their second with Seattle's pick, Elijah Moore, out of Ole Miss. I have Asante Samuel's son being drafted in the first round by the Steelers and 24th overall. I have the Buccaneers taken to replace Shaq Barrett, Basham Jr. out of Wake Forest. I think that's going to help them out. And then Buffalo getting Travis Etienne, running back out of Clemson. Chiefs getting interior help out of USC with Vera Tucker. I mean, looking at these teams are getting a lot of help where they're needed, and I think I did a good job. Not to lie. I think I killed it. I think a lot of people would look at it and be like, dang, that's 49ers taking a quarterback, Trey Lance. What do you think of that?
I can definitely see quarterback. I agree with how you had Pitts too, man. I've been hearing like George Kittle like tight end is what he's supposed to be. Like literally like game changing, like elite top.
He's going to be game changing.
They
Take
said
him over Penei Sewell. Stop playing.
I'm just
Y'all are
saying.
being serious?
Yeah.
I don't give a damn if it was George Kittle. I'm not taking George Kittle over, let's see, I don't know, Tyron Smith for 10 years. I'm good on that. What?
Well, what do you think about the Cowboys taking Patrick Surtain out of Alabama?
I like it, man. I like that. I like that just because either him or Caleb Farley.
I have Farley going to the Patriots at 15.
Yeah, I'm kind of like, because he's got more speed than Surtain, though. But I like it because I like the pair of him and Diggs. That'd be nice, bump and run corners. Neither one of them have a ton of speed, though. That's what kind of bothers me about that pick. But other than that, man, I think that'd be a nice addition to our young secondary going forward. I like it.
I have 2 North Dakota State University players going in the first round. I got Jaguars taking the tackle out of North Dakota State, Ray Dunes.
Can I say I am kind of pissed that you took Kyle Pitts that early because I kind of wanted the Cowboys to get.
Dude, he is not falling to 10.
Hell no.
There's no way. The Eagles will take him at 6.
Yeah.
If they have
take
to.
one of those.
The Lions will take him at 7.
Oh God,
the Panthers,
Lions.
the Panthers or the Broncos or the Cowboys. Or the Cowboys aren't getting him.
Dave, you know what I heard the other day?
Please, Dave. I want them to pass on them. Pass on those quarterbacks and stuff.
I heard the other day talking about the draft. It was Mel Kiper and Todd McShay or whatever. I was gonna think it was on Greeny or whatever in the morning. But I heard that someone talking about a Lions GM talking about, well, I like a lot of these quarterbacks coming out this year. We might have to think about that, dude. If they take Justin Fields, I'm gonna cry, bro.
Who? Carolina Panthers?
No, I've been hearing the Lions are thinking about taking a quarterback at 7.
What are they?
Dang.
7?
I heard this the other day on
That's what the Eagles said. That's what the Eagles said too.
Dude, if they take Justin Fields, I will seriously be so upset because, like, dude, his career is already over. Like, I don't think they will
take him.
But I'd much rather the Eagles take him than the Lions. They're a better ran organization.
Really? Nick Sirianni?
I know they're not going to win immediately, but I'd still much rather be drafted by an organization like the Eagles.
I was going to say they won 4 games last year.
Right. I know. I'm not talking about we're winning next year, but as far as just getting drafted by an organization that's going to do right.
He's going to get drafted by the Cowboys at 10th overall.
I hope.
And see.
I'm going to do 2 more mock drafts. I'm going to do one like right after about 3rd or 4th day of free agency, and then I'm going to do one like the day before the draft. So
if we did draft him, that'd be crazy.
It's going to look a lot different because I think first-round picks are going to get swapped around for Deshaun Watson and Russell Wilson. So, you never know. I think the Buffalo Bills getting Travis Etienne, that would be kind of dangerous, to be honest.
That's what they need.
Yeah, they'd be
I'm
getting a strong running game after that.
I'm hoping he slides back to Jacksonville in their second round pick.
But I have
So
the
whichever
Ravens
Lord.
taking Kadarius Toney out of
Who the hell
Florida.
is that?
He's a wide receiver out of Florida. He's like he has like the most catches in college football in the middle of the field and has like the most yards after catch. I think
First of all, the Ravens-
that would help out.
Where do they pick at?
They pick at 27.
Oh, I was about to say they need to trade up and try to get Devontae, but they can't. That's not happening.
No. They don't have anybody to trade either. So
Yeah, they got nothing.
So yeah, looking at it, I do have it posted on Twitter and Facebook. If anyone do want to look at it, Dave Cat Pod. You already know at Twitter and Facebook. But it's going to change significantly after free agency because some of these teams may fill a lot of those needs. You know, the Dolphins might get a wide receiver, so they might not take one in the first round. The Jets might trade their pick around that time, or you know, they might sign who is it, Allen Robinson, Joe Tooney, and then that's all they need is the quarterback. So then they might trade that and go all out and get the Deshaun Watson. I think there's just going to be a lot of interesting teams coming up after free agency once they fill and build that team and they can present that to Russell Wilson and Deshaun Watson. Go, look, we're all unique. We just need you. We have everything else in place. Look what we did. We signed these players. We already had some in place. We just need you to come in and fill the rest and take us to that Super Bowl. So it's going to be really interesting going forward. This mock draft is going to change significantly in 2 weeks, and then it's going to change even more than the day before the draft because I think that's when in between about a few days after free agency, between free agency and the draft, that's when Deshaun Watson and Russell Wilson are going to get traded. So that's when it's going to that's when it's going to change because those draft picks are going to get moved around.
Right. If it's going to be traded, you're right. It's going to be then.
Mm-hmm. So we'll see what happens. We're going to slide into the divisionals. You know, we
do it, bro. Do it.
We're gonna get divisional.
Had to do that shit. Come on, man.
You know, I
podcast without it, bro.
You know, I own the rights to that music, so don't be hating. I don't want to.
For sure, Matthew Berry is about to come knocking on your door.
No, that I own it. I own that music. That's my jingle. It's my tune.
Excuse me, Mr. Dave Reed Podcast.
Dave Cat Podcast. I'm gonna have to have a talk with you. No, but seriously, we're talking about the South today, AFC South and the NFC South, and we can't even go any further without starting off with the Deshaun Watson situation in Houston. They went 4-12, and Deshaun Watson played all season long. And
he what?
What?
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. No, he did not. He did not. He did not play the whole season and only win 4 games. Stop playing.
Deshaun Watson?
Don't tell those lies. Yeah, Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he had 4,800 yards.
Damn, why only won 4 games?
Well, the rest of the team was pretty bad, and the GM, no one got him any help. He had 70% completion percentage, 4,800 yards.
No, trash. That's not elite.
33 touchdowns.
He didn't have no help.
7 interceptions.
7 interceptions. That's not good.
He didn't have Brandon Cooks and Will Fuller III and Duke Johnson, and David Johnson, and he didn't have all those guys.
Yeah, those are all going to be Hall of Famers, aren't they? How many Pro Bowls those guys been to?
Wait, are those? Hold on. Are those bad players?
How many Pro Bowls? How many Pro Bowls have those guys been to? How many times they haven't come even close to what fucking DeAndre Hopkins does every fucking year?
David Johnson went to a Pro Bowl. Brandon Cooks
Johnson. Yeah, what was that? Like 2008, 2012? That was some years ago, bro.
But hold on. Did he throw and catch the ball?
No, he can't do that.
Okay, then. Talking about he got 4,800, 4,900 yards. How did he get those yards?
Led the league.
How?
He led the league in passing, bro.
But if he can't throw and catch it by his damn self, how did he do that?
What the hell are you talking about?
Oh, yeah. Because Will Fuller and them was tearing it up before dude got caught taking steroids. That's what I'm talking about. I hate when people do not give the people around them credit. Like, it's the same shit with Pat Mahomes, too. All these players, bro.
Will Fuller had
he's got all these players.
53 catches for 880 yards and 8 touchdowns. That's decent, not elite. That's far from elite.
What do you, bro? They don't have any elite receivers. I never said that. They
Wait,
were
what did
spreading
you
the
just
love.
say? Wait. What did you just say? Rewind that for us, Dave. They don't have
They
any
don't have
elite
any elite receivers.
no running
What
game,
does that mean?
a shit
What does
coach,
that mean?
no defense, and the guy still put up almost 5,000 yards, 33 touchdowns to only 7 interceptions when you had no run game and they know you're throwing.
And there was tons of games too where they were on the goal line and he didn't capitalize.
Right.
So I'm just saying, dude.
Can't do it alone. He needs help.
Right.
This situation.
Put
Yeah,
Patrick put Patrick Mahomes on that team and let's see his fucking stats this year.
He had no tight ends.
Bet you they wouldn't be as good as Deshaun Watson.
saying that it was a good team, but what I'm saying is Deshaun Watson isn't perfect and was not perfect.
He's not perfect, but he's definitely a top 3 quarterback.
Dak has had just as good a years as Deshaun Watson, and I've never heard anybody drool over him the way they drool over this.
If you would have changed his name to Aaron Rodgers, everyone would be saying the team is bad.
Dak threw for 5,000 yards, and people are like, "Oh, he's trash. He sucks. He's stat pads." Deshaun Watson does the same thing, and everybody's like, "Oh man, 3 first-round picks."
No, his team.
It's like, what are y'all?
His team's so bad they're playing catch up most of the time, so he's got to throw the ball.
Boys are horrible on defense. Don't try to do this to me, bro. Don't do that shit. You guys watch Cowboys games. We're on TV all the time. Their defense is so trash. They cannot get a stop on third down to save their life ever. But this man still throws for a ton of yards, and people are like, he's stat padding. Again, and Deshaun Watson does the same thing. Trash defense, trash coach. How long was Jason Garrett supposed to get fired? How long? Forever. Finally got fired. But the point being is we've always had a trash defense. Yeah, he has better offensive pieces around him, I guess. Shit, I don't know how much better Amari Cooper is than Will Fuller, to be honest with you. I really don't.
Wow.
But I'm being dead ass serious, man. The dude does not show up on the road. I'm just being honest. Like, if you have him in fantasy, you'd know. You'd see it. But I don't know. I just feel like Deshaun Watson is getting overhyped right now. I do. He's never won jack shit. And
would you cave in and trade him as a GM?
I would trade him, yeah, because he doesn't want to be there. I'm not gonna hold the man hostage.
Everything else they've already cut and let go. So I mean, why not just get rid of him?
Yeah, I'm not gonna hold the man hostage. I would definitely let him. I'll try to obviously get as best a package I can for me and mine, but I'm not gonna.
So if you had to guess one team that he's gonna go to, each of you, I think he's gonna end up on the Jets. No bias, but what do you guys think he's gonna end up?
I think he's gonna stay in Houston, unfortunately. But
really?
No, I just don't. I don't know, man. I don't know if they're gonna trade him.
Okay, Monty, do you think they're gonna trade him?
They might call his bluff and see if he'll sit out, and they'll just fine him. Maybe, I don't know, but
you can get the second pick in the draft.
For the sake of things, I mean, if that's on the table, amongst other things, I think that. I can see the Jets getting him. You know what I mean? If that's the best package on the table.
He has to agree to go there, though. That's the thing. So the Jets have to hit it in free agency. Yeah.
Well, I heard he would go there. I mean, at least earlier when all this stuff was going out there. Remember how they were saying a couple weeks back?
I think it's because he has hope that they're going to do something in free agency and get more help.
I think he just wants out of there. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's to the point where it seems like he'll almost go anywhere.
That's true.
Like,
I really hope he comes to the Jets. That'd be awesome.
As long as it's not in Houston, I don't think. I kind of feel bad for Houston, man. Everybody's just like
right, and they have David Johnson as a running back.
Everybody's just dipping out of there. Like even in basketball, though, James Harden's like, all right, their baseball team's full of cheaters. It's just like,
Houston's becoming the bottom of the barrel for NFL. I mean, Brandon Cooks had 1,100 yards. I would trade him. I would just trade Deshaun Watson.
That's what I'm trying to say. That team was not as trash, especially on offense. Like
it's the defense.
I get that, but that's what my quarterback deals with that shit every year. But people say he stat pads, but Deshaun Watson's a top 3 quarterback, and
it's not really stat padding when you're chasing to try to get more points when the team's already ahead of you by 3 touchdowns.
That's what he does, bro. What are you talking about? You act like the games were competitive. No one does that on purpose. You think Dak was just doing that shit on purpose? He's like, yeah, man, all right, I gotta get this paper from Jerry, so I need y'all to just not try on defense so I can come back and stat pad.
No, nobody's doing that.
I need a stat pad so bad. I really need them pad stats. Stat in the pad and pad the stats.
You know what time it is, man. It's a contract year, man. You know what it is. That's why they were throwing bombs to Will Fuller. He's like, yeah, I need you guys to pay Will Fuller. So
Right.
you see these stats he put up.
So they're
no
obviously
excuses.
in rebuild mode. So that's going to be interesting to see what happens in the coming weeks. Like I said, we're going to do another divisional episode in like July. So we'll catch up and see how they did with the Deshaun Watson trade or if they kept him. So we'll catch up on that. Maybe he's holding out by the time we talk about them again. I mean, we'll talk about what's going on in other episodes, but when we do the divisional breakdown, we're going to get really about how they, reacted to the situation and how it ended up and where he ended up. Maybe he's still staying there. So we'll see how that works. Moving over to the Indianapolis Colts, they went 11-5 in the division last year. They had Phillip Rivers as their quarterback. They traded for Carson Wentz. Some thought Andrew Luck may come out of retirement, but that was not the case. Left tackle Anthony Costanzo retired, so they have to find a new tackle. Other than that, they still have one of the best offensive lines in the league, and they're probably just going to use a draft pick and get that offensive lineman because, honestly, they don't really have that many needs outside of that. They already have their running game going. They could use another tight end. If they could somehow sell the farm and trade it for Kyle Pitts, that would just be disgusting. But they have young great receivers. They could use a star, but they have young up and coming receivers. They have solid, okay tight ends. They don't have great, but they're above average at times, especially, and the running game's there. And now they have Carson Wentz, who is with the coach that originally he performed well when he was being coached under him. So Frank Reich and company, I think they can steer him in the right direction. And I think if everything goes well and they add another piece here and there in free agency and draft well, I really think Carson Wentz can be a top 10 quarterback pretty easily without even trying, honestly, because that's just going to be the system that he's in and the comfortability that he has with Frank Reich. So we're going to find out just how good Carson Wentz is. No more excuses in Indianapolis. You're in a dome, no wind, none of the nonsense. You really have to make it happen now because all eyes are on you. After this, if you don't make it happen in this 1 year, you'll never be a starting NFL quarterback in the league again. I don't think anybody would ever give him a chance after this because everything is set up so well for him. How do you guys expect the Colts to play out in 2021 with Carson Wentz?
Well, it's all on him, man. It's like you said, perfect situation. It's all on him. Like you said, if you don't do this, he's done, man. He lost it. If he can't win here, he's lost it. Bottom line, because that team's ready to go. I think he'll be better than Phillip Rivers, so should be good for them. We'll see.
Monty, what do you think about the Colts?
I think Carson Wentz is bad, so I'm probably not the most objective person to ask. I mean, if he gets his stuff together, I mean, they he's still got the talent and stuff. He's just been bad for like 2 years, so I don't know. Me personally, I don't really see it. It's like, oh, you needed a coach that'll talk to you softly. Like, you can't take hard coaching and criticism.
Couldn't take the coaching. Couldn't take it. Too hard for him.
Don't yell at me.
Please don't.
Get your ass out.
Just tell me in a nice way what I'm doing wrong and what could I do good, Coach. You suck. What?
No, because you already know WP was over there. Damn it, Carson! And he just
fucking suck.
He just turtled.
Jalen, you suck too. Get in there. Who was that third string quarterback they threw in at the end of the week 17?
Oh my gosh.
Shit, I don't even remember the guy's name.
Yeah, but you get my point.
The guy that kept the Giants out? Yeah.
Yeah.
Cowboys, my bad. Was it Cowboys or Giants? Giants?
Yeah, Cowboys already lost earlier. Yeah, it was the Giants. Yeah, that was awesome. Oh, the Eagles. But I really think the Colts can do well in that division. I think they should win it next year. I think Carson's better than Ryan Tannehill in that situation with his old coach, and I believe they're going to add to their offensive line to replace Anthony Costanzo. They're going to add to that wide receiver group, add to that tight end group, and hopefully add more to the defense. They're just going to build depth and depth. I mean, they're a team that drafted well. They're going to continue to draft well. They're set up for success in the future. All they need is that quarterback to do well, and I think that Carson Wentz can be that guy for them. I'm not saying he's that guy for every team. I think he's just there situationally. He's going to do very, very well for Indianapolis going forward. Moving on to the Tennessee Titans, they still have Ryan Tannehill, but they have the king, Derrick Henry, one of the best running back, if not the best running back in the NFL. I believe he led the league in rushing, 2 years in a row now? If not, he's close. I mean, I believe he did. But that guy, like, when he runs downfield, like, I can't imagine what it is trying to tackle someone as big as you being a linebacker, and he's just running full speed at you, and you only get like a couple steps to come up on him unless you're starting off running.
Bigger. He's bigger, bro. He's like 6. Isn't he like 6'5" or something, bro? He's bigger than linebacker.
Yeah, he's bigger than some. Yeah, probably most of the linebackers. Probably not
Because
every
most linebackers are like 6 feet. You know what I'm saying? They're not like 6'4". Like that dude's huge, bro. It's disgusting.
Right.
I would never want to tackle him.
Yeah. So Delaney Walker does want to play next year. That's not really going to do much for them. But they Jonnu Smith's gone, so they really have to re-sign him or do something at that tight end game to help Ryan Tannehill out. They still have A.J. Brown, but no Corey Davis. He's also a free agent. So they really have to do something and add and be active in free agency or hope that they're going to draft well when it comes to offensive positions.
I think the Titans in that division might be the team on a little bit of the decline. Derrick Henry, certified monster, dude. One of the best. I mean, honestly, let's just admit, one of the best. He's a beast. But running backs do not have a long shelf life. With that being said, maybe I could see him being something like an Adrian Peterson, who's just built that way and built different, and can do this. Maybe a Frank Gore even. Like, I don't know. He's not going to be this dominant, obviously, his whole career. But if Derrick Henry stays healthy, that team should be all right. I don't think they're better than the Colts, but I mean, that team's all on Derrick Henry, man. I really do.
If you're the Titans and you feel like you're on the decline, would you trade Derrick Henry now?
Man, depending on what you could get,
what would you give? If you're a team and you're just one running back away, I mean, think about it.
Just resign Tannehill.
Running back?
What would the Chiefs give? If you're the Chiefs, what would you give out for him?
First round pick.
Oh, absolutely.
And that's it. But running backs are a dime a dozen. I'm not giving nothing more than a first round pick unless it's
but if you're putting him in the right position, especially if you're putting him in Kansas City where he can just maul and just like really, oh my God, that play action.
They don't use running backs enough.
No, but I think Andy Reid would figure something out with him.
Andy Reid loves his running backs, dude. They just didn't have one this year, and they couldn't do it.
No, because Clyde Edwards-Helaire was tearing it up, and they freaking stopped running the ball.
Because they lost a lot of linemen, too.
He wasn't breaking tackles.
Westbrook. Look at Brian Westbrook.
Bro, he averaged 7 yards a carry in the first half.
And then he started breaking down because he was in the Super Bowl, but still.
They stopped running the ball.
Right. Yeah, the game plan was but that's because they were falling behind, though.
Fast.
Yeah, they definitely drafted the wrong running back.
They did. No, they absolutely did. But if you're looking at Ryan Tannehill, is he still the quarterback going forward? You got. I mean, they drafted later on
for that team. You're not gonna. They're not winning any Super Bowls, man. Like they're not.
I can't say that, bro.
Oh, come on. I mean, that defense.
Bro,
that defense is definitely on the decline.
I mean, they can load up in the draft again. I mean, they have young studs on. Like Jeffrey Simmons is going to be a monster next year. Watch out for that name, defensive tackle, / defensive end. That's just going to be a fucking beast.
I don't think their defense has what it takes to make it to gauntlet of the AFC, bro.
Bro, it's the style of football.
They have to re-sign Corey Davis and Jonnu Smith first.
Into Baltimore last year, they smacked Baltimore in the playoffs. Baltimore was ready for them. Baltimore shut them down, dude. When you play that style of ball and you can't throw the ball down the field a lot, you're screwed, man.
They need to improve on their offensive philosophy.
They're a little too one-dimensional. Like, for me,
there's a ton of teams like that, though. I mean, especially in the AFC, there's a ton of teams like that. There's no real balance. Like Baltimore can't throw, Kansas City can't run. The Bills? The Bills they can't run.
Right. I think they're going to take a running back in the first round.
They have to. That's all they're really missing.
Right. They need it. I think they're going to.
I don't know. They might give Zach Moss another. I don't know.
Nope.
I didn't see it.
Nope.
I don't either, but he was hurt a lot this year. I'm with you guys. I'm just saying. I don't know.
I still think 100%. They're either signing some in free agency or they're taking one with the first pick. If they can get Aaron Jones.
Oh yeah.
Or Chris Carson.
You're gonna have to pay Aaron Jones a lot of money.
I think they would take Chris Carson.
Yep.
But
he wouldn't be paying.
Right.
No.
So I think Tennessee's on the decline. Like you guys said, they have to get Corey Davis or comparable back, and they have to get Jonathan Smith or comparable back, because if they don't, then they're not going to have much success because they're going to be losing weapons quick. And Ryan Tannehill needs a lot of weapons behind him and around him to be successful, more than just Derrick Henry. He can carry the rock. He's proven to do that a lot, but you need someone who can catch the ball. And outside of A.J. Brown, you need to get more players around him with more talent if you're not going to retain Johnny Smith or Corey Davis. So let's see how they treat free agency. I believe they're going to add more pieces around them. And then in the draft, they're going to continue to add more offensive pieces and then continue to add edge. They need edge rushers really, really bad. I thought they were in contention for J.J. Watt, and it would offer him a lot of money. But really, he wanted to go south, and his wife did as well. So that's just what happens when you have a family. Like they have a lot of say-so in what you want to do. So moving on over.
Happy life, bro.
Right, exactly. The Jacksonville Trevor Lawrence's.
Wait, hold on real quick. Not to mention, how many other teams were offering him that much money too? That to me, that was a lot of money, dude. I don't think J.J. Watt's worth that. But hey,
well, it didn't come out what it's incentive based, so it's really like $26 million or something like that. But he has to like hit on his incentives to get that full $31 million.
$15 million.
They what? Yeah, still, I know, it's still a lot of money, but he brings a lot of experience, leadership. He'll hold people accountable. He'll also rush the quarterback on, certain situations and succeed.
But
so
too much to pay for a guy you can't have out there for 3 downs.
I agree, but it's their money and they feel it differently.
Like, I mean, are we saying this is going to put Arizona in the Super Bowl? Hell no. To me, this was like, oh, okay, well, they paid that guy a lot of money. I didn't see him going there, but whatever. To me, it wasn't that big of a deal, honestly, to me.
Right. No, I agree. But anyways, like I was saying about Jacksonville, when they get Trevor Lawrence in there, they're going to already have a good running back up and coming in James Robinson. No one saw that coming. 1,000-yard rusher in 14 games. As long as he can play all 16, I think they're going to be really good going forward. They have a slew of wide receivers: Chark, Cole, Chenault, Conley. If they add a great tight end, if somehow they had, I mean, they're not going to, but if they got Trevor Lawrence and Kyle Pitts, that would be amazing. But if they can get a tight end in there, maybe trade for Ertz, just get a tight end in there, and then I feel like, okay, look,
Kyle Rudolph.
No, because I feel like he's just a role player, like a backup. Like he's gonna do. I think he's gonna do well in Cleveland because he's gonna go back. I don't know, man. They gotta do something. And if Philadelphia gets Kyle Pitts, then try a trade for Goddard or Goddard or whatever from Philadelphia. You gotta do something. You gotta get that. You gotta get that tight end because they don't have one. You need one for Trevor Lawrence. But and that's a possibility. I wouldn't mind bringing him in and see what he got.
Maybe O.J. Howard or Cameron Brate from Tampa Bay.
Yeah, that wouldn't be bad either because one of them will be out as well. But their wide receivers, Chark, Cole, Chenault, Conley, all had under 58 receptions. So that's you got to do something. You got to get, and they had 5 touchdowns, 2 touchdowns. Like you need a star wide receiver. You have to trade and. I mean, they played 16 games, 13 games, 14 games, 15 games.
Come on, look who was throwing on the ball, though, man. Gardner Minshew, regressed. And then who else did they have in there?
And Jake Luton.
Yeah, get out of here. Come on, bro.
Okay, well, there are going to be no more excuses because you have Trevor Lawrence now.
Man, look how good T. Higgins looked this year when he had Joe Burrow. You know what I'm saying? You need that quarterback. Not to say, and I think DJ Chark is more talented than T. Higgins, personally.
Right.
But he just needs a quarterback. You got trash throwing you the ball, it's going to be hard to look good, But I think he's definitely talented, for sure. I think he definitely could be a star number 1 receiver.
Do you think the Jacksonville Jaguars are a playoff team with Trevor Lawrence next year?
No.
Not yet.
No, they got work to do.
I will say, though, that if Urban Meyer and him, I mean, A college coach coaching that kid, you know he's seen this kid before. You know he's recruiting him from high school. Everybody was. So that might be the right for that team. We'll see, man. We'll see.
Urban Meyer is already off on the wrong foot, though. They already had to veto one of his hires. He tried to hire a racist ass.
Shit, bro.
He's like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah, that I have no faith in that organization, to be honest.
Like, what is Urban Meyer? I don't know what he was thinking, bro. Like,
well,
that owner will spend some money though.
Right. So with the AFC South rounding out, it's going to be interesting to say, but the Colts are going to win that, in my opinion, by a decent margin. And then we'll see what happens with the rest, but it's going to be interesting in that division because, like I said, Deshaun Watson's going to lead all the big news coming out of that division going forward. But the Colts are really, you get that star receiver and you can just add another tight end, a good tight end, a really, really good tight end. That team can take off. Like, it's a really prime place to go forward. They have a great defense, and they just have that situation where if everything can play right for them, that team is going to win that division. And not only do that, I could see a bye week coming towards them because they really have that situation, in my opinion, where if they stay healthy, I could see the Indianapolis Colts doing something really good next year. So,
can I tell you
Les
why I
Carson
disagree?
really lost it, man.
You can disagree all you want, but we know.
Carson Wentz is so bad.
We'll see. He's got Frank Reich. He's got a running game. He's got receivers that can catch. If they can add what if they add Allen Robinson? They can convince Allen Robinson. Look, where else? What you're playing in a dome? You got a better quarterback than you've played with. One that at least was an MVP front runner. When was Trubisky ever noted for MVP? When was Blake Bortles ever noted for MVP? Never.
Bro, he's so bad that Michael Pittman Jr. wouldn't even give him his number. That's how bad he is. No respect.
Oh, gosh.
A second-year receiver won't even
Frank
give you your
Reich
number.
is going to, like I said, no excuses. So we'll see. I think he's not going to be the same. He either is going to be worse again next year or he's going to get a lot better next year. I'm taking the latter on that. And I think he's going to do better next year for Indianapolis in the AFC South division. Going over into what?
You think Michael Pittman Jr. would have gave his number up to like Tom Brady?
I think he gives his number up eventually. Watch. It's not over yet. It's not over yet. We'll see. I think something's coming. He does got a lot of money.
Slide me a fact check.
It's 106 figures, no tax under the table. I can see something like that coming. Don't worry. I honestly believe.
I want one of those new F-150s.
He's gonna have number 11 week 1. Watch it. So over to the NFC South, the Buccaneers. We'll start with them. The Super Bowl champions. They ended up winning the whole thing. A lot of people doubted them going because they got swept by New Orleans during the regular season. It was bumpy until the bye week. That's when it really came coherent for the organization to come together, take a break, take a breather, start talking about what they're going to do going forward, what they did wrong, watching a lot of tape. Tom Brady watches tape like no other. And I think going forward, that team's primed to go to the Super Bowl as long as Tom Brady's playing. So
stop that shit.
Why not? Why not? How's that a fluke? Tell me how.
They weren't even the best team, bro.
They did. They won it all. How are they not?
I don't care.
Bonnie, they were definitely the best. No, hold on. They were definitely the best team when it mattered most, bro. The last 2 months of the season.
Oh my god.
The last month of the playoffs and in the playoffs. Dude, don't say they weren't.
They weren't, man.
Who was the best team last year?
What the fuck people were doing? Kansas City is the best team, bro. Stop playing.
My God.
Well, they weren't that game.
Yeah, you better hope
their quarterback. Okay, let's go. We're gonna act like
after next year, man. You better hope.
Well, this is what I'm saying. Like, if they would have had depth at tackles,
we're gonna act like Mahomes. We're gonna act like Mahomes wasn't. Yeah, exactly. His line wasn't hurt. We're gonna act like
right. No, I give you that. I'll give you that. That's what I'm saying. It sucks, but nobody's 100%.
Guess what? That's football.
But didn't he look like he was running around in the James Harden fat suit, bro? Come on,
because of turf toe. I told everyone this in the podcast.
So did I.
What are you talking about? I said that shit too.
Yeah, turf toes. He's going to be affected by the turf toe. Nobody's 100%. It sucks for them that he got injured. It's going to happen again. He's a quarterback that moves around. He's mobile. His line isn't the best unless they do something about it and sign a Joe Tooney and then they draft Penny Sewell somehow. They're not going to. But if they did those things, that's the only way that he's probably not going to get touched.
Okay, but I'm saying people like y'all are acting like Tampa Bay is like gonna be on some dynasty run, like they didn't.
No, I'm saying as long as Tom Brady's there, they have a chance.
I don't think that they do, man. I think they just had a great season. This shit's over with, bro. I'm telling you, man.
You
I'm
honestly
just,
believe that? You honestly
Yeah.
believe it's over?
Yes. Yes. I'm tired of people gift wrapping this man championships. Yes. Should have been over.
Actually, oh my god, I hate to say this
Remember
because I hate to say this because you're pissing me off for making me say this. The only ring of Tom Brady's that was gift wrapped was this last year's. Come on, bro. He ain't,
bro, hey,
yeah,
your
come
boy
on,
gift wrapped him one. What are you talking about? Threw the
bro.
ball right to the fucking guy. Threw it
Look.
to him, right to him.
The only one that was
What are you talking
bullshit was
about?
he went to a stack team. Give that man some respect, bro. Come on.
He did go to a stack team.
I hate you, Monty, for making me say that because I don't even fucking like Tom Brady, bro.
Bro, I'm not giving him credit for going to a stack team. I'm not giving him credit.
No, that's what I'm saying.
How the fuck did they even let Antonio Brown play this year? I'm not giving him credit for none of that, bro. Like he swung like man.
Wait
Yeah,
till they
man.
have OBJ next year. There's no wait till they have OBJ next year to replace fucking Godwin. Then it's really going to be nasty.
I'm telling you, bro. I can't. I struggle with the Tom Brady shit, bro.
Remember, you guys heard that here. Look out next year when Tampa Bay has OBJ to replace Godwin. It's gonna be nasty.
If you were somebody that's been caught cheating, bro, I struggle, bro, because I don't think anything you do is legit. I don't. I think in some way, somehow in that season, Tom Brady cheated, bro. Well, he always gets all the calls. Bro.
You're right. He did.
I'm sorry.
He got caught. But you know what? Every team and every player would do.
No.
Yes, they
people
do.
Saying that shit, bro. Then why has no one else gotten caught?
Because Tom Brady must be dumb, or Bill Belichick's dumb, or whoever's doing.
No, they're not dumb. They're the smartest motherfuckers that there is. That's why they have the most championships.
They've been caught like 3 times.
No, it's just no one seems to care. I don't know what it is. It's like white privilege or some shit. I don't get it.
No, I'm with you, bro. Because
I don't get it, bro.
I
really don't.
Like the baseball thing. Oh, well, like Pete Rose can't get in because he gambled. That's bullshit, bro. Like, and then, but everybody never says a word about anything about Tom Brady. I totally agree with you on that.
They never say anything. They say he's the GOAT. That's all they ever say. No one even brings it up. It's like it never happened. And I just struggle. Like, trust me, there's just something about him, man. I don't even know what it is, man. It's not his fault. He's a great player,
right?
But
he looked real fucking good last February.
I just like. No one was even saying he was a top 5 quarterback. Now all of a sudden they're supposed to just go on this dynasty run. Why is that?
No,
because the team around him is stacked. They had really not as much to do with him.
Next year.
Yeah, well, they can't keep Godwin and Barrett.
No, they're gonna lose. I mean, they said they're gonna tag Barrett or tag Godwin and pay Barrett. They might keep both of them.
And losing $18 million with Evans and Brady.
Yeah.
Antonio Brown's also a free agent. Gronk's a free agent.
Evans said he'll give up money.
I don't know. He might be gone.
We'll see.
I don't know, man.
I think, like I say, as long as they have Tom Brady, they always have a chance. So
everybody loves to play with them. You can just stack teams. It's like the LeBron thing. It's like, yeah, let's just, or I guess the KD thing, though. Everybody just stacking on one team. That shit's so stupid. And they still get the same amount of credit as if you got to get it out the mud. It's like, no, bro. If you go and stack teams, like no one's gonna say shit about Brooklyn though. They're like, oh, James Harden, no, James Harden. It's like, bro, you're playing with Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant. like just I don't know, man. The shit don't make no sense anymore. Like people don't get shit out the mud no more. Even Tom Brady's even on that now. Now you about to see a bunch of stacked teams in the NFL.
Everybody's on now.
Everybody's forcing their way out of teams, even if the team makes the playoffs.
Saying he wants to trade. Probably got Deshaun Watson saying he wants traded. That's how it's going to be like this now. I think the only sport you won't see it in is baseball.
Right, because they're getting paid $300 million.
Right.
I'm telling you right now.
They don't care.
14-year contract, like $330 or some shit. Boy, Fernando Tatis. Hey, anybody listening right now, if you have young kids, boys even, man, make them play baseball.
See how good they are in baseball first.
Tie their right hand behind their back so they can be left-handed, and go be let them be a pitcher. Your kids are.
Yeah, see if you see any glimmer of hope in baseball, go ahead and do that. But if you don't, then move on everywhere else. But
you guys know that the next collective bargaining agreement, though, like this shit ain't going down. I'm
that's right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's going to be a strike, but I'm gonna say Baseball's
You already
guaranteed.
know.
Right. So Buccaneers, like I
You're-
said, with
you're-
Tom Brady, they have a chance. But the team that they won the division last year, New Orleans Saints, they don't have. It
That's
looks like
not-
they may not have Drew Brees, but that's the situation. Like he hasn't announced his retirement yet. He's been
done. His
training,
wife's not going to let him
but
play.
he did his contract down to 1 million so they could take a softer hit. So it's pretending like he's not going to be there. They're not going to go forward with Taysom Hill. They already tried that, and they noticed that it's just not going to work all around. If they do, R.I.P. Alvin Kamara, because he's not going to get used as much. And Jameis Winston, he didn't do well in the regular season, even though he had a passing touchdown in the playoffs against the Buccaneers. They're in line to get Russell Wilson. So if they can get Russell Wilson, I think that would be a great for everyone. Mike Thomas, Alvin Kamara, Emmanuel Sanders, and company, and they can add another tight end, of course, and make that team well-rounded all the way around. But
nice.
if they don't do that, what are they going to do? Like, seriously, what are they going to do?
Oh, if they don't
Winston.
get Russ, I don't know what they're going to do.
What?
It's-
Jameis Winston.
dude. Okay.
What? What?
James, you
Hold on.
think Jameis Winston's gonna compete with the Bucks?
Bro, why not?
I'd much rather watch Russell Wilson and Tom Brady play each other 3 times next year than Jameis Winston
How
and
the
Tom
hell is
Brady
New
play each
Orleans-
other twice
how the
because
hell is-
there wouldn't be a third time because if Jameis Winston's the starting quarterback, they're not going to be in the playoffs.
New
Nope,
Orleans has no cap space. Like literally.
they don't.
They're
They're
like one of the
they're
worst.
over the cap by a lot.
There's no way. Russell Wilson's not getting traded. Period. I don't even know he's not because I keep forgetting they're gonna take like a $39 million cap hit. Seattle's not doing that. By the way, totally forgot about that.
It's already reported that
They're-
they were calling teams though.
Yeah, they're not. That's because they're trying to piss him off. They're all doing this stupid like petty ass. There's no bro. How you gonna take a $39 million cap hit for no reason just because the dude?
Eagles just did it.
Just because.
Yeah, but they
It's-
wanted to
yeah.
they wanted to get rid of that dude.
Yeah, because
The Rams just did it.
They want
Yeah, they have a backup
Uh,
plan.
same thing, bro. They're Well, you know what? If you're a quarterback away, no, but see, yeah, you're right. You know what? No. That makes no
They had a
sense.
backup plan though.
I don't know
Eagles
'cause
did.
They could
But
they could
then-
sign and trade Winston and send him to Seattle.
if they do trade him, what's Seattle going to do at quarterback, dude? Because I mean, what is it going to be? It's not going to be Geno Smith.
That's why I think that they would only try to trade Russell Wilson to the Cowboys probably
Garoppolo.
and the Jets or the Dolphins because they could get a top 10 pick and they could get a quarterback possibly. But if they could trade him to the Jets or the Dolphins preferably, that's why I think they're hoping that the Jets really just nail it in free agency. So he's intrigued by New York and wants to go there because they think he can get any quarterback they want, not named Trevor Lawrence in the draft. I think the Jets control the whole entire draft at this moment and control Watson and Wilson's destiny. I think everyone's waiting to see what the Jets do in free agency because that's when Watson and Wilson will look at that and say, oh, they added Joe Tooney. Oh, they added Allen Robinson. Oh, they added, a great Jonnu Smith. They really are well-rounded now. And Joe Douglas looks like he ain't playing. And now they got, Robert Saleh, who Watson really wanted to play for. Because I think the Jets are going to end up with like Patrick Peterson and Richard Sherman. And they're going to really
Give
solidify
us
that
all these
defense.
washed up players.
It's all right. They're going to do well for a couple of years in placeholders as rookies Bryce Hall and company and Blessed Austin, continue to learn behind them, and then they turn into starters themselves.
Were you not watching both those guys get freaking roasted last year?
They don't have to play full time. They can be, they can just be on the team, and they can, play and here and there in situations, and
Hey.
they can teach
Good.
Bryce Hall and they can teach Blessed Austin and they can teach Marcus May and they can teach all these young players how to be great secondary players.
So y'all gonna pay a premium for people to come in and teach.
No, it's not going to be a
That's what the
premium.
coach is
Sherman's
for.
not getting premium. He knows he's not.
Bro, they're gonna get based off their names alone. They're not gonna sign with you. What do you mean?
Well, we have
Someone's gonna
we have
pay-
plenty of cap. It'll be okay.
Someone's gonna pay for that name. I
Yeah,
can see
but
the
it's
Cowboys
18
sign.
million less this year in cap. Teams are not going to be doling out that cash for those types of players. They're not going to get what they want because there's going to be less money to go around this year.
That's why I'm
What
saying
team?
the Dak and Russ situation, you have to pay Russ half as what you pay in Dak, and that's going to be a big situation with this cap this year, man. That's what I'm saying. Dallas might think about it. That's all I was saying earlier.
Yeah. No, it's a good
No,
point.
we would think about it, but you guys might not. That's what I'm trying to say.
Oh,
you have to pay
I don't know, man.
The cap hit, there's a $39 million cap hit to trade the man on top of the fact that. So you guys are going to take a cap hit,
Even if
absorb Dak,
oh,
and pay
wait,
Dak.
even if yeah, that wouldn't make no sense. Then never mind. Yeah, okay.
No, yeah, no. You guys would be negative in the cap just for taking the cap hit, and then you'd have to pay Dak somehow with money you don't have.
Right.
And
That's
you still
why
have to
they
pay
would trade
Jamal.
for like a Sam Darnold, paying them nothing this year, and get it, or they can get something where they can
Oh
just
yeah, you guys,
draft that quarterback.
You guys can't trade him. I just realized that because how you gonna pay Jamal Adams then if you go $39 million negative?
And you
in the
just gave
cap?
up 2 first-round picks for Jamal Adams.
Hey, you just trade him again?
Right,
Just give him,
exactly.
Sorry, dog.
You know what?
For
If you're if you're trading Russ, maybe you should just trade him.
Might
I
as
mean,
well.
I guess.
You
But
know
you're
what
not
I'm
getting,
saying?
You're
Hey,
probably not getting 2 first-round picks though.
no, but you'll probably get at least one of those back. Maybe a decent player.
Who's giving
That's
up?
what they're saying.
They don't have a first round pick this year. I mean, that's something to think about.
You think someone would give up a
Seattle?
first-round pick for Jamal Adams right now?
No, because you have to pay him, and he's about to make like $20 million a year.
I don't know, bro. He led the league, or didn't he? Like have
He didn't do
I know
nothing
he
last year. That's why he keeps stopping, because he didn't do anything.
no, he led the league in defensive back sacks last year. It wasn't the most in a season by defensive back, I don't think, but I know
He led what? Sacks?
by defensive back. Look it up. It was
Yeah,
either
probably.
he had
Yeah,
the
he had,
most
like-
ever in a
He had
season,
like,
or
yeah,
something. And he didn't even play a whole season, bro.
yeah, he had like
Right.
8 sacks or something.
He's a fucking game changer. A first round pick? Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Right.
not giving up multiple. That's what I'm saying. I give up
No,
one. You
one.
have to pay him because you have to pay him too.
And maybe a player.
Right.
Nah, I'm not giving up shit else because you have to turn around and pay him a premium.
I will
He's
say
a-
one thing. He needs to get some fucking hands on him, bro. Can't catch nothing, man.
And he's basically a linebacker. Like, let's keep it real.
Right.
That's basically what he is.
So moving on to Atlanta Falcons in the AFC South, they ended up. What was that all about? Why are you so mad about the Atlanta Falcons? They went 4-12. You know, it was
They're just
Matt Ryan 4,500 yards, Calvin Ridley 1,300 yards.
that's my dog right there, though.
Pretty good,
Ain't gonna lie.
and you still got Julio for another year or two before he's basically going to retire. That's why I had them getting Kyle Pitts, because if you can add Kyle Pitts to that
There's no way.
offense with Julio and
No.
Calvin Ridley and Matt Ryan still playing pretty well at a high level. I mean, he had 26 touchdowns, 11 picks, but he had 4,500 yards.
If they're not taking a tight end, bro. I'm telling you that right now.
You told me the
Hell
Cowboys
no.
weren't taking Zeke either.
Yeah, because Joey Bosa got picked. I didn't know. I thought that's who we were taking. I honestly, God wanted us to take Jalen Ramsey. I'm pissed we took fucking Zeke. I don't know what the fuck they were thinking. I wouldn't have did that. But that's beside the point. I'm just saying, why would you keep strengthening a strength? They don't need more offense.
Because that tight
They need
end,
defense.
man.
I don't care, bro. They
Well, you're
need
talking
defense.
about them getting Penny Sewell then.
Or for Sewell to protect your quarterback. If you got to keep the man because you can't trade him, you might as well keep him upright. So yes,
I
protect
agree.
him.
I don't think Atlanta would draft him because they don't need help
There's
on
no
offense.
way, bro. That's what I'm saying. There's no
They
This
way.
is a
Line
once in
Not
a
the first
generational talent.
To me,
Dave, it's the first
that'd be the same thing as the Packers drafting the backup quarterback like last year. Like it
No,
make no
because
sense to me.
Jordan Love was not the best quarterback prospect. Kyle Pitts is the best tight end prospect by a mile.
Yeah, but here's the thing, Dave. Like you said, Matt Ryan's up there in age. Julio Jones is up there in age.
And the
Their
Packers did do
window
that. They
is
got Aaron
shrinking.
Rodgers with Brett Favre. They already did it
Their
once, and it worked out
window's
well.
shrinking by the minute. They
You got to score. You have to score. If you can't,
they can score.
yeah,
need
they got to
defense,
score
bro.
more. Now you got
No.
Kyle Pitts to stretch that
And
offense even
Julio Jones
more.
was hurt a lot last year. Julio Jones probably wasn't 100% all year after week 2
But
or
they-
3, I think it was.
They got to
They
fix the
also
running.
have-
They have to fix the running back position.
Yes. What's his name? He's done, dude.
Todd Gurley.
Yeah, they ran him into the ground in Los Angeles or in San Diego.
Who's
Yeah,
the-
you know,
Who's the other receiver that Atlanta has? Russell Gage? Yeah,
Russell Gage. They also had.
Not in the first round. Not the first round pick, bro. I could see a second, third rounder fill in some spots, but no, not your first round pick, bro. They need
Nope.
defense, man.
Go defense
They
rest
gotta
of the draft. You got to get that premier stud tight end that could be the best tight end in the league.
Why? When you already have
Because then you can have the best wide receiver and the best. Because
you already have two of the best pass catchers in the
Julio
league.
is leaving in the next year or two. Why are you not replacing him now? Why are you not doing it? Why are you going to do it when it's too late? Why don't you get him acclimated into the NFL? That way, by the time Julio leaves, he is the best tight end in the league.
Who cares about having the best tight end? Who cares?
It helps. Look at San Francisco. It got them to a Super Bowl. Look what happens in Kansas City. That helps them significantly having a Jason Kelce or Travis Kelce.
They're great play calling and great offensive scheme.
And they have great tight ends. That's why they met in the Super Bowl.
But that's why? Really?
It was a reason. It was a reason. They had the best tight ends. It's not a coincidence.
It is a coincidence. Because what happened this year?
They had great talent. He got hurt.
I'm just saying.
And Jamie Garoppolo got hurt. But
tight ends always get hurt.
I don't like that
hurt.
argument about people getting hurt because Kittle's really never been hurt before like this, and it's football, man. You're gonna get hurt.
Tight ends always get hurt.
Dude, not really. Gronkowski got hurt a lot. Kittle doesn't miss a lot of games. Neither does Kelce.
He just did. And so did McCaffrey.
Yeah, this year Kittle did.
It's like right when motherfuckers get paid too. It's like all of a sudden they're just out for the season. It's like what? If y'all didn't get paid, I guarantee y'all would have played. But both of them got fresh deals and just was like, yeah, we're done.
Yeah, Russell Gage had 110 targets and Calvin Ridley had 143.
Yeah, they don't need Kyle Pitts, bro.
Dude, Kyle Pitts would make them so dangerous on offense.
Okay. So they just have no...
How are you going to stop all that firepower?
Dave, did you not watch the 2020 Dallas Cowboys?
You literally, all you had to do is get another running back, and they are like probably a top 5 offense in the league.
Dude, we're supposed to be that, and we were still... I mean, I get our quarterback got hurt, but we were still like 1-4. We were supposed to have that type of team, like that offense, just boom, running through folks, and it didn't go down like that because you need a defense too.
Yeah, look where all offense got the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, Dave.
They still got there.
Yeah, they didn't have no line. They didn't have no line though. Stop it. You know that they were on like fucking third string linemen, bro.
They went to the AFC. They lost because one player went offsides, or else they would be 3 Super Bowls in a row.
Exactly. We all know they probably would have won the Super Bowl too.
Because Travis Kelce, and that's it. The only reason.
Fucking stupid ass D4. Yeah, Travis Kelce's
only reason why they got there. He is a product of Travis Kelce.
Tyreek Hill.
If they didn't have Patrick Mahomes, wouldn't be that good without Travis Kelce.
It wasn't Andy Reid play calling. What'd you just say?
We'll see when Travis Kelce retires in the next couple of years.
Exactly.
We'll see. And when Tyreek Hill loses all that speed.
Yep.
Because he has nothing else.
The Chiefs window closes in the next 3 years.
I said unless they did draft well though, they can always draft more weapons. So
they didn't really draft well this last year.
They can continue to do it, and then there's all the free agents that want to go there. What if Allen Robinson's all like, you know what? And if he doesn't get tagged, I'm just gonna take a discount and go win a Super Bowl with freaking Kansas City.
He wants to be a Bear. I don't know why, because they suck. But
I think he just wants to win a ring. I really think that's what it is.
I think he wants to stay in Chicago. He just wants to get paid.
I think he wants paid. Yep, exactly.
Well, he's gonna get paid by many teams. Lots of teams are gonna want him.
He's gonna get tagged by the Bears.
More than likely, but there's so many teams that would take him in a heartbeat if he's on the open market. He's gonna get what he wants.
Would you pay him $20 million a year? I mean, that's what Amari Cooper makes. But would you pay that?
Robinson?
I would have to. Yeah.
Just because of what the numbers he's put up with the shitty quarterbacks he's had, man.
Yep.
Like if I had a stud quarterback or a top 5 quarterback, even a top 10 quarterback in the league, because he's never played with one of those. Yeah, I'm gonna pay that guy $20 million because this quarterback's gonna make you elite. Like just wait and watch this, buddy. Look what you did.
Is he top? I mean, I don't know,
dude.
Man.
No, I'm saying, listen, with a stud quarterback, yes, he's immediately a top 10 receiver.
You think he's top 10 like talent? You would take like who?
Dude, look at the numbers he's put up with Blake Bortles.
No, I know. I get it. I know.
He's top 5 wide receiver in my opinion.
He said top 5?
Really?
Yeah.
I'll say top 10 for sure.
I mean, he puts up stats with trash quarterbacks. I'm sorry.
No, I don't care. You know, damn top 5.
He's always putting up stats with Blake Bortles and Trubisky. You got my respect.
I wouldn't go as far as top 5, but I'm definitely saying top 10.
Well,
Yes, that
then he's
man.
6.
If you give him Russell Wilson, he might put up top 5 receiver numbers. He might.
Easily. Look what he's doing with Bortles and
So-
Trubisky and Foles.
So we're taking everybody healthy, right?
I'm just
everyone's
saying,
healthy.
he'd give him a quarterback
yes,
that's better than
if he's got-
Foles,
if he's got
Trubisky,
Russell
and
Wilson-
Bortles.
If he has Russell Wilson or Deshaun Watson,
that-
hell yeah, dude. Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
that's fun. So he's top 5.
If he has one of them quarterbacks, I think he could put up top 5
Man.
numbers. That's
I
what
think
I'm
he's
saying.
top 5. I'm
no,
still
no.
saying he's top 5.
I'm
gonna let
Monty.
y'all. Hey, I'm gonna let y'all sit there and think about
Monty.
that for a minute.
Monty. I didn't
Yeah.
say he was a top 5 receiver. What I said was this: if he has Russell
I'm
Wilson or
asking
Deshaun
you
Watson
that.
as his quarterback, he could put up top 5
So
numbers.
then that means
me,
he's top 5. He just
To
doesn't
me,
have that quarterback.
No, because I didn't say he'd do it for sure. You said he's for sure going to do it. I
think he for
could
sure
put up
would.
top 5.
Oh, if he had
But we
Russell
don't
Wilson
know-
or Aaron
look-
Rodgers, he's putting up top 3 receiver numbers.
Hey,
Easily.
This would be my reply.
Easily.
This will be my reply to what you're saying. Who is to say those other receivers wouldn't be better with those trash quarterbacks? I'm talking about the top guys. I'm talking about your Odell Beckhams. I'm talking about your Julio
Because you
Jones.
can
I'm
already.
talking-
Odell
better than-
Beckham hasn't done anything.
I'm talking,
Oh,
and
Allen
I'm talking
Robinson's
everybody
better than Odell
healthy.
I'm sorry, Monty. He is.
At what?
Allen Robinson's
It-
better than everything.
Okay.
I wouldn't say that, but he's a better
I'm
receiver.
gonna let y'all. I mean, yeah, he's played better, but talent wise,
He's done more with less.
Way less. And look what
Okay.
happened to
Okay.
what has OBJ done with Baker Mayfield?
OBJ didn't make Eli Manning though, especially for those last 3 years.
Eli
but
Manning
that's
has 2 rings. He doesn't have any.
Eli Manning's gonna be a Hall of Fame quarterback. Then he went
We
to
all
Cleveland,
know. We all know. Hold
hasn't
on a second.
dude.
We all know Eli Manning is the trashiest, luckiest.
Mario
most-
Manningham and Victor
Stop.
Cruz. That's
I
all he
like
needs.
OBJ.
Stop it.
And David
Monty, I like
Tyree.
OBJ. I like
He
OBJ.
threw 2 balls with his
He's not
fucking
better
eyes
than
closed.
Robinson.
Hey, that Mario Manningham throw was pretty decent.
Man, this is look. I'm not look. Okay, what about DK Metcalf?
Allen Robinson.
And I know you're not taking Allen Robinson over DK Metcalf. I know
Pure
you're not.
talent. I mean,
Listen, I'm gonna
that's
tell you
close.
DK's faster, and DK's bigger, and that's it. Everything else, Allen
Okay, he's
Robinson.
also-
I'd say their hands are about. The
Well,
same.
Allen Robinson's
Robinson
running
might-
rout's probably 30 points better in Madden.
Allen
He
Robinson
will,
runs
he
way
will
better
be
routes.
better. He will
Allen
be
Robinson-
better.
He
What's
could. He could.
There's
Oh,
no could be. He will be better than.
I'm
Allen
not
Robinson.
saying he won't. He could be
That dude's
he's
a
one of the best
fucking
receivers
monster.
ever, based on his
That's
physical
what I'm
skill.
trying to say. You
Right.
see
Yeah.
that dude on the field? That dude, that's disgusting.
We keep
Come on, dude, I
coming
love
back
DK.
and forth
I
to
love DK.
Allen
but right-
Robinson, no matter what team we talk about.
Right now, Allen
Stephon
Robinson
Diggs.
better all around.
There's a lot of. I mean,
No, it's
Allen
all good.
Robinson's
So
great. I mean, I'm not.
we're gonna move on to the last team in the NFC South, the Carolina Panthers. They have a quarterback conundrum because it looks like they keep talking about other quarterbacks and not their own. So it looks like they're done with Teddy Bridgewater already after 1 year. It looks like Teddy Bridgewater experiment for all the teams have come to a final stopping point. I think he's going to be a backup going forward after this year. Unless Carolina really can't find anything, unless all the quarterbacks get drafted, like 4 of them, even Trey Lance included, before 8, then I think then they might roll with Teddy Bridgewater. But I honestly believe at some point he's going to get axed. He's not going to be the quarterback there anymore, and I think no team is going to sign him to be their starter. I think maybe compete, but in their long run, no matter who they sign or who they have, I think he's going to be a backup for the rest of his career. And it's sad, but what could have been with that leg injury, I mean, it's not really affecting him now, but it really hindered his progress as a quarterback. And he's good enough to be a starting quarterback at times and be a great fill-in, but it just seems like he can't carry a franchise on his back. He doesn't have the arm strength that a good franchise quarterback pocket passer needs to be because he's not as mobile as he once used to be. He has to sit in that pocket and throw, and he just doesn't have the arm like other quarterbacks do. And I just don't have any faith that he's going to be successful as a starting quarterback going forward. And other GMs agree with me. They even called me and told me. They said, yeah, we agree with you.
You're right that Carolina is definitely done because if they're going to put out the information out there that we're going to trade, we're willing to give up Christian McCaffrey and 3 first-round picks or whatever it was.
For Deshaun Watson, and we want Jimmy Garoppolo, and we want Sam Darnold, and we want everything else.
I mean, and because I've been hearing everything. At first, it was Deshaun Watson's going to be their quarterback, and that's who they want. They're going to go after him hard. Now I'm hearing it's going to be Justin Fields. It's from hearing from a lot of people. I think that's who you took in your mock, including. I know I heard that a couple other places as well, but they're definitely done with him.
They called Garoppolo too.
Samuel. All that being said, I think they are elite quarterback away from. I mean, that's a tough division, but say nothing changes.
They could compete well in that division if they have an elite quarterback.
Yeah. Yes, if they got like a Russell Wilson or Deshaun Watson, definitely. Like they have talented receivers, and they have Christian McCaffrey, the best running back in football, who can change a game every time he touches the ball, whether it be out of the backfield on a pass, whether you hand it to him between the tackles, go outside, run the option. He can do anything. So a mobile quarterback probably would be good for them, just because having Christian McCaffrey. But any quarterback, man, that's a top 10 quarterback is going to put that team right there in the thick of things in the NFC because they're very talented on the offensive side of the ball. And I think their defense is a little young, but I think they're getting better. I think that's where they need to look for help if they can get that quarterback, is go in the draft and try to get some defense.
Monty, you have any faith for Carolina going forward with their quarterback situation? They're on the draft one, right?
Cares about Carolina. They're done.
I think so. I mean, that it does. To me, they do not look like they're trending in the right direction. But that could all change with whatever quarterback they end up with going forward.
Yeah, they're about to trade Christian McCaffrey.
If they trade Christian McCaffrey for Deshaun Watson, that's gonna be rough, but that'll be helpful.
I don't know if it'll be for him.
Man,
I just think they're gonna get off his contract because what's the point of paying him that contract when you're not gonna be winning?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So I definitely think he'll get traded.
Plus, I mean, listen,
he was hurt.
Mike Davis obviously is not even in Christian McCaffrey stadium league, whatever you want to call it. He's not even on his block, right?
No. But he got cut by the Bears.
He did fill in subpar decently last year, and I think that Carolina looked at it like, look, man, we can have an average to above average running back who can get 3-4 yards on a carry and catch a ball here or there if we need to. But we can't win a Super Bowl without a quarterback. And even with this great running back, a once-in-a-generation running back, a once-in-a-decade running back, which I really think Christian McCaffrey is. I haven't seen something like him really since Marshall Faulk. I mean, a complete guy that can do everything on the field you want. He can block, he can run, he can catch, he can do anything you want. But I don't think they can win a Super Bowl with him, with that roster, with that quarterback. And I think they realized that last year. And look, it's the league's changed. You need a quarterback to go all the way, and they know that, and that's what they want to. And that's what they want to do.
Yeah, like I said, they really need a quarterback because if they don't, they're gonna be rebuilding again, and then you might as well at that point just trade Chris McCaffrey.
Right.
Signing Robbie Anderson was for no reason. And
you can get a haul. You can get a haul.
Absolutely could. You can get 2 first-rounders today. 2 first-round picks.
I'd say at least 2 and maybe a second.
I would call. If I were the Packers, I would call Carolina. If you give Aaron Rodgers, Christian McCaffrey,
we'll give you Jordan Love and next year's first-round pick.
Right.
You really think you're really getting 2 first-round picks in a second for Christian McCaffrey?
I think just 2. I think just 2 ones.
Fucking running back, bro. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
I'll give you.
Come on, man.
Bro, he just missed the whole season.
It's all about
what are you talking about?
But he did well in those 3 games they played, and he did well the year before.
Hey, that's fine. He literally got paid
in the year before, bro. Let's not.
He's a running back, bro, and he got paid and missed like most of the season. That's not a great sign.
So you don't think? You don't think he'll ever hit 1,000 again? Ever?
No.
Wow.
I don't, bro. That was ridiculous. And I think any team he's going to go to is going to have more weapons. They're not just going to check it down to him every year or every play.
He gets stuck in Houston. His career's over. His fantasy appeal's gone. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah, if he goes to Heuston, that's not.
He's not even a first round pick.
I just think the hits are going to add up, dude. He's a little white guy. Like, he's a beast, but like,
dude, he's a tough little bastard, bro.
Yeah, but it still adds up, bro. Like, look at Zeke. Zeke's way bigger than him, but
and he's starting to break
look
down.
how slow Zeke looks.
Yeah, but Zeke runs through the tackles way more than McCaffrey does.
I'm just saying, man. He already missed almost the whole season.
Yeah, now
I'm
he's
just
getting
saying.
fresh.
He's not a young pup anymore. He's not. He's gonna be 26 years, going on 26. That's not young for running back.
Okay, so trade him to me then in the fucking fantasy league. Quit
I
bullshitting.
might shit if the price is right.
I'm
Shit,
thinking
I
about Kamara, bro, but I got to see what's going on in New Orleans, bro.
I'm saying I'm not saying he's gonna be bad. I'm just saying I think y'all are overvaluing him as far as draft compensation. Like I don't think any actual NFL team would be like, yeah, it's 2 firsts and a second. No, they wouldn't. Why? They just watch what happened to all the high pay running backs, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I
Yeah,
guess Alvin
Le'Veon
Kamara,
really scared a lot of teams off.
Look at
He's
Zeke.
done, bro.
Look
He's
at Zeke,
done.
bro. Look at Zeke. I'm sorry. Like, look at the Cincinnati Bengals. Dude got paid and just didn't play.
Joe Mixon.
Like Joe Mixon. Like,
Get
I'm
rid of
sorry,
him.
bro. I'm not. Running backs get hurt too much. That's all it is. That's what I'm saying. It's like that's why they don't get paid. You know what I mean? Like that's why they don't get paid anywhere near what quarterbacks and receivers make because they get hurt too much.
I think that the NFC South, though, Dave, while we're on this division, I think it'll be one of the most interesting divisions next year based on free agency, trades, who ends up where, what's going on in New Orleans with their quarterback, and like we were just talking about, what's going on in Carolina. I think that could be a very interesting division that could look a lot different by the time the season starts next year.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, there's a lot that could go on with it.
Hey,
I really think this is going to be the craziest offseason we've ever seen as far as big players moving, big players getting cut. It's going to be crazy, dude.
I agree.
I remember his name. Does anybody know? Can we go find Bernard Pollard anywhere?
Bernard Pollard, who wrecked Tom Brady's knee.
Yeah. Can somebody go find him?
Oh my
put him on a
gosh.
football team somewhere. I can't wait. If this man wins the Super Bowl again next year, man, I'm done.
Super
I'm not
Bowls?
watching it no more.
I don't think Tampa.
I can't deal with this shit no more. It's giving me anxiety, bro. It's the same like with LeBron. I can't deal with another finals with LeBron in. I can't do it. I'm so sick of it, man.
Do it again next year, but we'll see, man. I just think there's too many good.
I'm so sick of it. I just want to see somebody else win. I'm not even hating no more. I'm just tired of seeing the same people win.
Listen, straight up, I'm with you, but I was totally like taken back and impressed by that he won last year. And I know you're gonna get mad and say, "Oh, it wasn't him defense," but regardless, dude, he made it all that way and he won. And I never thought that.
Tom Brady.
Well, I'm just saying, like, it was he did his thing, man. And you know what? I just next year, man, it's gonna be tough.
Hell yeah.
It's gonna be.
Wrapping up the South divisions. Next week, we're going to wrap up all the divisions with the East. So we got the Cowboys, Jets, and company. So it's going to be a good episode. You already know we're going to have a lot of people on, myself and Monty included, talking about our teams. And it's going to be a lot of fun next week. And then after that, we have free agency. So we're going to discuss all the free agency signings that happened that week before. We have legal tampering period just days away coming up. Everyone's looking forward to that, and we're going to start knowing who's going to go where, and that's going to make the season really interesting about who lands where and for what, the compensation for all these players. And that's when Russell Wilson and Deshaun Watson looks at the landscape of things and they say, okay, did these teams improve? Are they ready for me to come in? And are we ready, if I come in, to make that next leap and start winning Super Bowls, multiple Super Bowls, and make my wife happy at the same time in Russell Wilson's case?
My wife.
So, no more Go Hawks for Russell Wilson laying in bed. None of that.
Hey, Seattle, we got it.
Right. So, until next week, thanks for everyone listening. I had Monty Clemens at Monty Clemens 29 on Twitter, and then you had Seth Reed at Seth620. Is it Seth Reed 620 or at Seth620?
Seth Reed 620.
At Seth Reed 620 on Twitter. Also, Dave Cat Pod at Dave Cat Pod on Twitter. You can download the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and wherever you get your favorite podcasts. But until then,